Welcome
to your morning cup
with iBenz Academy.
I'm Ash.
And I'm Kara.
And we're Kash.
We're Kash. Hi,
everyone. Hi. We're happy to be here again.
We are.
Yay, we did it. And it's morning and we've got our cups full.
Full of yummy, wonderful tea.
Yes. And we had good mornings. I had a good morning.
Oh,
the beach was gorgeous today with the puppies.
Amazing morning.
Mm-hmm. Got to meet some surfers, got to talk to some neighbors, connect with the human collective, enjoy Gaia. It was great.
So great. Air is fresh, morning meditation.
No rain.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
nice.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a lot of rain the last couple days.
That's true.
It's really nice.
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah.
So we're excited to connect with you today.
Oh, yeah. And we've been looking at what is a mystic.
What is a mystic, Ashley? Tell us.
I was hoping you were going to answer the question.
I'm happy to answer.
So as mystics, there's a lot of different ways to look at it in the sense of I'm looking at the word itself, right? Because there's an aspect of mystery and mysticism.
Mysterious.
Things that are unknown are not generally common knowledge. And as mystics, we have learned and we are conscious of the energies of the universe and the frequencies of the universe. And we work with them in a conscious, aware way.
Yes, yes. And it's interesting you said the word mystery because for such a long time, throughout the last many centuries in the human collective, it has been a practice that has been kept secret. It's been kept hidden. And so the occult energies or workings of societies or closed religions are very aware of these capacities and abilities that the human collective has by nature in our natural state. But they kept it hidden and repressed for power over others games, right? But that's no longer the case. It doesn't need to be that way because we're entering a new phase of our evolution, of our agreement. And so, the word mystery and mystical are still kind of connected, but it doesn't necessarily have to mean hidden or, secret anymore.
Right. And it's like we're conscious of the energies and we work with them. And some people don't want to be conscious of those energies and work with them.
It's true. And it is.
And that's choice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's
you don't
fine.
have to be. Because it's very easy not to be if you don't want to be.
Right.
I think it is. I don't actually know because I think back actually my whole life I've kind of been aware of these things. So I don't know what it's like to not be a mystic. But it seems like it's easy to not be aware.
Yeah, and that's common. A lot of people might have mystical capabilities, but they don't know that it is, or they repress it, or they just don't know any better because there's never been any training on it, or it hasn't been in societal norms, right?
Yep.
And culturally speaking, there are a lot of societies that have the mystical as a role, like the medicine woman, or the hedge witch, or a shaman, or even a wise elder. And a lot of those roles have been, I guess, stripped away, right? Or at least attempted to, but they're coming back. And also we are educating ourselves.
Yes.
And that's important too.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of training in mysticism with Inelia. And we have a group of mystics we work with because
mystics don't work alone.
Exactly. Only dummies work alone.
Yes. Yes. We've talked about the several oopsies we've had in doing mystical stuff alone.
Yes.
So
it's funny because we were playing around with a list of how do you know you're a mystic? Like, okay, I said, well, most of my life, there's always been something that I was aware of in some way that maybe not everybody else around me was, or it wasn't the common knowledge or seen or whatever it was. But how do you know if you're a mystic?
Well, you're a mystic when...
We had so much fun putting this together.
We did. It was great.
So when your friends and family ask you what you're doing for New Year's, what's your response?
Ooh. Kara, what are you doing for New Year's Eve? Candle magic, of course.
Of course.
Edge magic. Hello.
Hello. It's like the biggest edge of the year.
And it's super fun.
Yes, exactly. I think we shared that, didn't we? Candle magic? Or you shared that?
Yes, we wrote it in a newsletter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. You can check out our past newsletters.
Yes.
To get more information on it. But essentially, it's just reading the energies, right? The energies we talked about. Using a burning candle with wax and water. And then you get to read the energies at the edge of the year.
Yeah.
And then another way that you know you're a mystic is
when you often start sentences with, I was scanning it and
like all the time.
Yeah, I was looking at those energy lines and
yes.
Yep.
Yes. And in fact, we just sent out a newsletter, well, today, but you guys are going to hear this a week from now, but we sent out a newsletter on January 13th about scanning energies, and there's a great video tutorial that Inelia put out with that information on how to scan energies.
Yes.
And
so good.
I highly recommend it, because if you want to start being aware of things that are the, let's say, unconscious or unseen, or, I mean, it's hard to say unseen because we see it, right? But it's kind of the best way I can describe it right now. But you scan it.
Yeah.
Scan the energies. And that's like Mystic 101. Scan energies.
Yeah, and it's a video on YouTube, and it's completely free. Incredibly useful, very powerful,
And incredibly underrated.
Yes, it's true.
Not as many people have probably even tried it out. It's really a beautiful video, actually.
Yeah, it really is. It's this moment of connection that's quite moving. But that's it, is we use our physical bodies to expand our senses and our awareness. And so you mentioned we see it, we sense it. Like, that's ultimately what we're doing, is we're scanning it, like, what feels good, what doesn't, oh, what's that, I got an impression of this. And
why does this seem to be blocked? Why is this not moving with ease? I'm gonna take a look at that. Oh, okay. Oh, there's a bundle of energy there that I have. Oh, I got a resistance. That's why.
Yep. Very, very good skill. Yeah.
So another way that you know that you're a mystic is when your friends tell you about the troubles they're having, and your typical response is going to be, when was the last time you cleared your entourage or spirit guides?
Yes.
So often.
So true.
It's like my first go-to. Have you cleared your entourage lately?
You're like, oh, it's been about like 6 months. Maybe I should.
You should do that, and then let's talk.
Yes.
And then look at this and make a decision. Yeah.
So the exercise we're referring to is one of the exercises in the Your Angels and Guides class from Inelia Benz, and it's so good. It really is just amazing when it comes to up-leveling your overall frequency and vibration and just state of being. It's something good to do on a routine basis. Another thing we call mystical hygiene.
Mystic 101. Mystical hygiene. Absolutely.
Yep.
And, it's like things happen with our agreement, right? And sometimes when we indulge in low frequencies, or maybe we made a past agreement that we thought, for whatever reason, it was good for us at the time or compatible, and now it's not.
Right.
And those agreements, like, that's what the clearing your entourage is. It's like checking those agreements that you made, because you're not a victim to maybe low frequency energies or entities or beings that are in your entourage, but you can easily make a choice.
It's
who
true.
you want there.
Yeah. And personally speaking, I find it very interesting when I do it again and I think I'm clean and clear, and then I'm like, what? Who's that over there?
Yeah.
That sticky little thing. Go away,
Yeah.
And I'm like, when did I invite that one in?
I know. That's like, it's truly when, it says, like, when you're telling your friends about troubles, like, when I start noticing I'm having little, like stickiness, especially with other people, I'm like, I think I need to clear my entourage, like, or my ego's really flaring up, or I'm like, I don't know, getting triggered left and right, and chicken scratches are, kicking in. And sure enough, like, not every time, but most of the time, it's because something like that. I need to clear my entourage, and I've allowed an influence in that's not high frequency, not compatible. Yeah. Gotta go.
It's true. Yep. So be aware of which hitchhikers you're picking up.
Yeah.
And that's why it's a really good tool to use. So.
Yep. And then we close those open doors and we don't pick them up anymore.
Yes, exactly.
So what would be another way that you would know that you're a mystic?
Let's see. So someone's asking you, what do you think about something? And you often respond with, feels resonant that I have a dissonance around blah, blah, blah. Others might be like, resonance? Dissonance? What are they like?
What are you talking about?
Musicians or something? I'm like, are you an oscillator? In some ways, yes.
Yes.
Actually.
That's good, yeah.
But it's true. It's like, so what do you think about the political spectrum in the United States of America right now? Like, well, I have a general dissonance with politics. It's like, I'd rather just not talk about it. Let's talk about something else instead, right?
Or I've seen it even like with us and working together and, oh yeah, I have a dissonance around, let's say, like that structure for this class. I'm not exactly sure what, but it doesn't quite feel right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's tweak it. Let's scan it.
Yeah, exactly. But that is tied to scanning too, right? It's like you can detect like the frequencies and you scan it, and you can feel when there's resonance and there's dissonance in the frequencies and the energies.
Yeah, and that's what we do when thinking about like our upcoming workshops is we go, okay, what's a good date for this? And we scan it and we go, oh yeah, that feels super resonant. Let's do it that month. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
And you can do that with any type of thing in your life. It's amazing.
I find it so helpful too in communication, because sometimes if we have an objection or we have a let's say a different point of view, but we don't necessarily know why, right? It's a way for me at least to communicate like something doesn't feel right, but I'm not sure why. Let's take a look together and see what it is. And usually, like, sure enough, it's like expressing, hey, there's something that's dissonant here. And we look at it. Then together, it's like, oh, it's because of X, Y, Z. And then or this perspective I was holding that's actually irrelevant or not, like, it doesn't carry weight, so I can drop it. It's like then the options open up. And same with the resonance, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that feels super resonant. I don't know why, but it's surprising, but that's pretty nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting mystical skill because resonance and dissonance doesn't necessarily mean high frequency. And I know that we've talked about this in the past, and there are classes about it, especially in the Truth and Lies class, goes into great depth about this. But for example, an alcoholic to stop drinking alcohol for a day would probably be extremely dissonant for them, because if they don't want to change or if they want to keep
physical
that going,
dependency, might not be conducive to health.
So it's like,
surprisingly,
oh, let's not drink a beer today. Oh, that feels very dissonant. So is that good? Is it not? Well, I mean, it's subjective.
It's
right?
data.
Exactly.
It's data, and then you get to look at that within the perspective or like within like the dynamic of the situation to be able to assess.
Yep. But if you do have a clear indication of what's high frequency for yourself and use your physical body in a way to test it, then it's a really great mystical skill to have, using dissonance and resonance to navigate the world in various ways.
Yes.
So what's another way that you know you're a mystic, Ash?
So another way you know you're a mystic is you have a strong intuition and you listen to it, and you are often heard saying, I have a niggle about that.
Yes.
I've got a niggle.
The niggle language. ...
Yes.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't even know the word niggle like a year ago. I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
I think we first heard it in a deck of oracle cards from Larry and Inelia. And I can't remember which one, but they drew a card and they're like, follow your niggles. And they're like, wow, that's brilliant. And honestly, I'd never heard of it before. But ever since then, it has become such an important mystical tool.
Yeah, it's so good. It's like, again, it is another tool that just helps you become aware of the energies, aware of the frequencies and what's going on.
Yep. And there's a whole class where you can learn how to figure out and identify what your niggle language is, which is essentially the way you can navigate dissonance and resonance, which is awesome. So it's like, something's not quite right here. I have a niggle that we need to revisit this date, or I don't have a niggle that the recipe's not quite right. We might need to add a little bit more baking powder. You know, like it can be as simple as that or as big as making a life decision.
Or I have a niggle, I need to bring my raincoat today when I leave the house.
Right. Right, yeah. Exactly. You might not know why, but for some reason.
Just going to bring it.
Yeah, I need to bring this cup of... this happened a few weeks ago. I have a nickel. I need to bring some chicken stock with me to the shaman shack. I don't know why, but we're just going to bring it. Lo and behold, we ended up needing chicken stock, you know?
Isn't that great when that happens?
Yes. So those little intuition moments. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how you know you're a mystic.
It's true. Oh my gosh, there's like countless of those where it's like, I have a niggle, I need to, keep this thing I don't ever use, and I really want to just get rid of it because it takes up space, but I'm going to keep it. And then there you go, I end up needing it.
Exactly.
Or, something like comes up and it's like, oh, well, there you go. That was why.
Yep.
So follow your niggles.
Yeah, it's really important to do that. It's good.
So another way that you can identify you're a mystic is when
you collect and display crystals and rocks everywhere.
Oh yeah. It's like my pockets to like every jacket I own is like full of crystals, shells and sea beach glass too, but
yes,
crystals and rocks are the biggest things.
Absolutely. Even on the morning walk this morning, I picked up 3 more, and I was like, "Ooh, these might make some good power objects." So,
yeah.
And
some it's just like, "Oh, you're just gonna live in the potted plants around my house, or I'm gonna put you in the yard, or I have a nice bowl. You can go live with all your friends there."
Yes.
Everywhere.
And also, you also love receiving and gifting rocks and crystals.
100%. Oh yeah, always. And you can never go wrong with giving a mystic a crystal or a rock.
No. Makes a great present, regardless of the occasion.
Yes.
Yeah, so crystals and rocks are our friends, and they're everywhere, and we love them.
Yep. Yeah, it's so true. So another way that you know you're a mystic is when your home, your office, and your social media feed are plastered with sigils.
Yes.
100%.
Yes. Got those sigils from ineliabenz.com printed everywhere, like all over my house, on my phone.
Yeah.
It's so great. It's such a awesome like life hack, mystical hack.
Oh yeah.
To infuse your life with frequencies.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even before Inelia's sigils came out, I had sigils from other people who made sigils, throughout the years.
Yeah.
And it's such a common practice that we just, again, it's like that mystery, right? It's often unseen and people don't realize that they're everywhere, but they're everywhere.
They are. Exactly. Like if you have like pictures of the chakras, like hanging up or written on a notebook, or for me, I really like Chinese characters and stuff, or like the Om symbol,
Or logos.
Logos. Yeah.
The Power Objects workshop at iBenz Academy, we go into great depth around that. Those power objects, which is sigils or power objects that are all over the world and all in plain sight that we don't even see half the time or realize, oh yeah, that's a power object.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, so when you use those sigils consciously, it can be super powerful.
Yes.
Very fun.
Yeah.
And it's always interesting to see who sees them and who doesn't.
It is. It's so cool. I had somebody at my house, and there was the Remove the Veil of Forgetfulness sigil up in the window. And then later, he sent me a picture, and he was doing work here, and he sent me a picture and said, "Hey, I saw this in your window. What is that?" And I was like, "Oh, there you go.
Let me tell you.
What?" Yeah, it's like then there's other folks I've seen come up, like the mailman came up and he looked at it, and then just like immediately, it's like almost like he just got like moved to quickly turn away.
Right.
Like he saw it, and then like energetically you could just see he's like, boop, nope, gotta look somewhere else.
Nope, not going there. Yeah.
Yeah, and so very different. And those two individuals are very different and have made very different life choices.
It's so true.
Tell. Somebody's chosen to be awake, and then somebody who chose not to be. And I mean, that is an assumption, but from my vantage point, what I'm seeing the evidence of.
That's so cool. Yeah, I took the Remove the Veil of Forgetfulness sigil and I put it on my debit card. You can like customize them and add images or whatever. And this was several years ago, right when the sigil came out or was released by Inelia. And, I was like doing a trip across the country, so I was using it all the time. And out of probably like hundreds of people like giving my card to, one person looked at it, and it just happened to be in a really cool new agey crystal bookshop. Gave her my card. She looked at it and went, whoa, that's so cool. What is that? I'm like, oh, it's a sigil. She's like, wow, that's amazing. And I talked a little bit about what it was, but yeah, all those other folks didn't even see it. So
yeah. It's like if it's not for them, they're not gonna notice.
Yeah.
And that's all right.
Which is, yeah, that's great. That's been programmed into the sigil.
Perfect.
So you don't have to worry about it, at least in this one, that it's already been made with those energies and agreements in place.
Right.
So you can paste them up everywhere and, have fun with it.
Yeah, that's super nice.
Yeah.
And it's just like, to me, it's like a nice reminder when I see it. And I'm like, oh, hey, yeah.
I know, right?
All that like pure love, true love energy coming from the love sigil or wealth. And, it's nice to have and amplify those energies consciously in your home.
Yes. And that's what mystics do. We set ourselves up for success.
Stacking our positives.
Yep, exactly. So what's another way that you know you're a mystic?
You know you're a mystic when your spray cleaner is for your aura. It's not for your countertops. I love that one. Did I mention we made this list with our group of mystic friends?
Yes.
That was a good one.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, I gotta say, the amount of oil that I have for food versus the amount of essential oils that I have for mystical works and just like everyday health and well-being is
quite different.
Quite different, yeah. The essential oils certainly outrank the cooking oils in my house.
Yeah, honestly, me too. We have so many different kinds of oils, each infused with different jobs and roles, and especially when traveling, I have to have my cleansing spritzer spray.
Oh, I love that.
Cleanse out the the hotel room.
Spray your pillows before you go to bed.
It's so good. Yep. And then Larry does this a lot, but we'll just be sitting around and all of a sudden
like an aura cleaner.
Yeah.
Sprays
our aura.
Oh,
we're like,
yeah.
oh, it feels so nice. Yep.
Yeah, we have a lot of concoctions we've made and mixes of different oils with different intents, infuse them with different energies. And it's so nice because each one is very different. It has a different purpose. So not necessarily using it all the time, dependent on the purpose of it, but it's just, it's so the nice. Best. And it's better, to me, it's better than anything you can buy at the store.
Yep. Relatedly, you're a mystic when your oil is for activating your third eye, not for cooking. We do have quite a bit of a third eye activation oil, too.
I think I mixed those up.
No, I think these came from Larry.
No, I think I mixed it up because I was talking about my cooking. With
the cleansing spray, not your countertops, right?
Yeah,
it's kind of both because we put the oil in some of our sprays.
Yes, we do. Oh, no, that's how you make your sprays. You put the oils in it. That's true. Yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah, it all makes sense. That's good.
But don't spray your actual cleaning spray like on your third eye.
Oh, Jesus, no.
That might not end well.
Or on your food.
Don't do that.
And don't put
don't cook with it.
I mean, you could cook with some essential oils, but you really do your research on that.
Yeah, and a lot of essential oils they all come from plants, but a lot of them are just culinary plants like rosemary and oregano. And
there's different concentrations and heat temperatures and things like that. But do your research. So much use for it.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
But when you've got third eye activation oil, that's pretty great.
Yeah, it's true. And your aura spray cleansing. All of those things are good.
All of the above. So there's so many ways that you can identify if you're a mystic or not. If any of these items resonated with you,
we want to hear about it.
And probably means, you've got some mystical tendencies.
Yep.
So what can you do about it?
Go to our Telegram channel. Tell us about it.
Yes.
Because we want to hear.
Yes.
But also, if there's other things that you know from yourself, your experience, your friends who are mystics or family members, share with us. Let's add to the list. Let's make it longer.
Yes, we want a growing list because this definitely isn't all of the things.
Exactly.
But we want to hear, how do you know you're a mystic when ... So share it with us on Telegram. We'd love to hear from you. As well as your experiences with maybe seeing all your crystal friends, or how you navigate with your niggle language and all sorts of things.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it could be something. Another one could be like you stir your tea to activate it, and not to actually like mix it.
Mix it. That's a good one. That does happen a lot,
Yeah.
especially when you're not feeling well. It's a good one to use. Yeah. See, there's just so many. So
There
nice.
are. I know, it's fun. That was a fun thing, though.
Yeah.
That's cool. And thanks to our mystics who helped give us some ideas on that.
And co-create it with us. Yeah. So really, like, if you haven't noticed, but a lot of Inelia's work is about mystical skills and how you can learn those skill sets in a really clear, mystery-free way. And that's, I think, the type of work that we're doing and we're changing when embodying the new paradigm. Is it doesn't have to be invisible. It doesn't have to be an unknown mystery. We can make this part of our everyday life.
Yeah.
Something that was occult and secretive can just be part of our normal routine. Like stirring up our coffee every morning, infusing it with an intent,
And it's all empowering.
Yeah.
It's empowering for us as individuals and for us as a human collective to learn these skills, to be aware of these energies and frequencies, and then make conscious choices, as you've heard us say many a times, but make conscious choices about them.
Yeah, exactly.
And use it consciously.
Yeah.
So, if you're listening, have a niggle. You might be a mystic.
I have a niggle.
Odds are high that you could very well be a mystic.
Yes. That resonates.
Yes.
That resonates a lot.
Yeah. All right. So check it out for yourself. Truth it. And we'll be sending out our this list in our next newsletter, which is coming out. I could maybe tell you the date. Oh, on January 20th. So look out for that in your inbox.
One more.
Oh.
Before we sign off.
Yeah.
You also know you're a mystic when you get really excited that it's Friday the 13th.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. I mean, I thought about it and then I forgot about it.
Yes. So we're recording this on Friday the 13th.
We love Friday the 13th.
And, it's a very mystical day.
Yes. 13's my favorite number. Well, 3 and 13. 9's also a good one. But yeah. But
you're a mystic when you have favorite numbers. Many favorite numbers.
Many. Yes, it's true.
Yeah, see, the list keeps going. It's great.
It does. Yep.
So tell us more what we should add to the list. Let's grow it. And that's another good way we can use to practice and stack our positives.
Yeah, maybe if you like 13 as a number, maybe that's a sign you're a mystic. I don't know universally, but I do know there's some countries and cultures that exclude 13 from everything because it's supposed to be like a bad luck number.
Superstition, yeah.
And to me, I think I feel like it's actually like a really good number. If I get 13, I'm like, yes!
Yes. I have a niggle.
Yes.
That, from a conspiracy theory perspective, that was intentionally tried to be removed from the masses because Friday the 13th and these other types of days of our calendar year are quite powerful. And it doesn't really make any rational sense, even from a superstition perspective. It's like there's no 13th floor on hotels or buildings. It's like, why? No one ever explained why. Like, what's the problem with 13? I don't know. I don't know. And then on the flip side, you see a book that's like called The 13th Mage.
Yes.
Something here.
It's a good one, too.
It's a very good one.
It's true. Yeah, I've always had that same feeling, like that it was just bogus.
Yeah, just
but
the opposite.
Rational thought theory.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy theory.
Rational thought theory. We'll just say fact. Rational thought theory.
I mean, somebody better fact check us, but
yes,
sure.
please fact check us.
Don't take our word for it.
Follow your niggles.
We're
Truth
following
it.
our resonance.
Yes.
So, anyway.
Friday the 13th. Yay!
Woo! All right. Well, we hope you're having a great Friday the 13th while we're recording this and you're going about your life. And then also an even better, I don't know what day we're putting this out, but day next week.
Next Friday.
Next Friday the 20th. Perfect.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for listening. Talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.